And welcome back to another episode of Casey Campbell's Videocast. Of course, I'm Casey Campbell from Great Lakes Post, and we are pleased to be joined by Ole Miss men's basketball coach, Mr. Kermit Davis. Kermit, how are you, sir?
Doing good, Casey. Just down in Mississippi, like we were talking about. Got some great weather here, and guys are gearing up for exams next week, so trying to get them through the online process academically.
Kermit, how did this year go for you at Ole Miss?
You know, this is our second year. Sometimes, Casey, your second years are reset years. Our first year we went to the NCAA tournament, was picked last, and was an 8th seed, and we had great expectations this year. And we were 15-17, had some really good wins, beat Penn State, in the NIT and in the Barclays, and then had some good wins in the league. But I'm telling you, we lost 7 games in our league, and that's what teams that go 15-17 do. We lost 7 games in our league. That we had a lead of, I think it was 7 points or more in the second half, and just did make some plays. And but we've got really about our top 7 out of 8 back, so we feel good about our recruiting class, and maybe try to add one more in the signing date right now.
How interesting has been recruiting during this process?
Casey, I think this is that I got started in 1986 as an assistant coach at Idaho for Tim Floyd, and I can't imagine us doing it then with the technology, no technology, no cell phones, nothing. So I think what we find is all of us, I'm sure you, I, wherever business you're in, we all have great ability to adapt to change, and we've done it. The modern technology has been great. I really commend the student athletes that we've been recruiting, because I feel for them. They didn't get a chance sometimes. We've signed 2 guys in the spring, and they didn't get a chance to go visit those campuses, but with all the virtual tours, FaceTime, Zoom meetings, just like today, you can really get them up and close and as personal as you can. And so it's been good. We've done a ton of them. We're right now doing a ton of 21s Zoom meetings, probably done 20 of those. And we'll kind of finish up. And then works. We've been really busy at home, but we've been busy. And then after we get through the exams, we'll give our staff a little time to catch their breath a little bit.
Yeah. How do you think, since you've been in the SEC, what's the transition been like?
Well, I grew up. My dad, it's funny. My dad used to be the head coach at Mississippi State, the arch rival, and years ago. So I kind of grew up in the league. And then I played at Mississippi State. I coached at LSU for 5 years. And then while we were at Middle Tennessee, we played Vanderbilt, played Tennessee, played Auburn, played a number of SEC schools, played Ole Miss, and so was very familiar with it. But I tell you one thing, what's blown me away is just the commitment everybody in our league has made to basketball. It wasn't that way in 2002 when I left LSU to go to Middle Tennessee. Every school, its chips are all in, from facilities, recruiting budgets, assistant salaries, the head coaches in the league, the way they're recruiting. Obviously, the TV package is the best in college athletics for the SEC network. So it's amazing just the progress. It's been a lot of fun to coach against these guys in this league and to coach against some of the very best players in the country.
I gotta, being from the state of Michigan, I gotta ask you about the win against Michigan State in the NCAA tournament. What was that win like for you? And
yeah, it's funny how college – it's just the beauty of college basketball, Casey. We didn't win our regular season championship at Middle Tennessee. And the day before our conference tournament, we had our starting 2-guard break his ankle, and one of the most gruesome injuries I've ever seen. And so, boy, our team we stopped practice. We went to the hotel. We had to win the tournament to go, and we kind of got inspiration from Ed, played great in the tournament, and our team just got right at the right time. And then Tom had such an unbelievable team and veteran team, well coached. And the thing about it, Michigan State, I went back and watched the game. First time I really watched the TV copy, I'm telling you about a month ago. And Michigan State made some unbelievable runs, played great offensively. We were just one of those, every run, we shot it so well, made so many unbelievable plays. And it was just one of those moments that it was so good for our fans. The Middle Tennessee State University brand nationally gave them a lot of notoriety, and so happy for our players. But it was a special day for all of us.
Yeah, I think I remember my dad picked you guys to beat Michigan State. So he's a big Michigan fan, so it's kind of had that comparison there. But
it's so funny. I heard from a lot of Michigan fans when I got back home. The Michigan fans were excited. I mean, they sent me, I think somebody sent me a Sparty flag. They were buying Middle Tennessee flags online, waving them a little bit. So, great rivalry you guys got up there in your state.
Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome up here. You know, you got a rivalry with Mississippi State and Ole Miss in basketball. What's that rivalry like?
It's, Clark Kellogg came down and did our game 2 years ago. It was a CBS national televised game of the week, and he came on Saturday. And I said, Clark, I said, have you ever done one of these games? He says, no. I said, you're going to see some hatred now, and this is an intent. You've been involved in a lot of great rivalries at Ohio State and the whole deal. But I said, after we won an unbelievable game, kind of a last-second shot, and Clark said, I tell you one thing, that's about as intense of a game as I've seen. So it's one of the long-standing rivalries in all of college athletics. Our state is only about 2.5, 3 million people. So, you choose sides, and it really is a fun rivalry. It was crazy this year. We won by 25 at our place in a great game. Mississippi State beat us about the same amount at their place. So we're 2-2 against our rivals, and have a lot of respect for Ben and what he's doing at State.
Yeah. Have you checked in with your players, and how are they doing with all this?
They're doing good, Casey. We have a Zoom team meeting every week. We do a lot of, just individual texting and calls all the time. I've been really proud of them, knock on wood, of what they've done online. Our academic center has done a great job of monitoring along with our assistant coaches. And so they're going to finish those up. We're going to give everybody the month of May off. They're itching to come back to school. Right now, we're going to have a head coaches Zoom meeting with Keith Carter, AD, later today. I think our target date is middle of June, hopefully maybe the latest of July 1, getting our guys back. And if we can do that, then I think that would be great to get everybody settled in, and especially college football. If college football can get all these guys back by July 1, and obviously being optimistic, but hopefully college football will start in the fall.
Yeah. What have you been up to besides the recruiting and the Zoom meetings? What have you done? Have you watched any shows or anything like that?
Yeah, I tell you what I've tried to do. I've tried to do better in my exercising. I go out and one thing we have found out, I'm an old school office guy. Okay, so even like my wife I get up early and 5:15. I get to the office early. That's just kind of how I'm built. So I'm almost sometimes a prisoner in my office, and it's kind of taught me that you can still do your job and go out and exercise an hour and 30 minutes, even make calls of walking and doing some different things. So that's been a big part of what I'm trying to do every single day. I have a daughter, Allie, that has special needs, and Allie has been baking for us once a week. She's terrific. Spent a lot of time with her. My daughter only lives about 45 minutes away, so she'll come up and spend some time with us. So it really has. I tell you what, I was talking to Bruce Pearl the other day. He called, and it's really kind of been a good reset for all of us. I've been in college basketball, Casey, now for 37, 38 years. And it's almost like we've never had a time like this. It's usually you just go straight from season and just go plow right through April. And now you start to catch your breath. May is our best month. It's our best month as coaches to kind of catch your breath and relax a little bit. And so, but it really has been a good reset. I think we've all probably gotten fresh minds, and I think it'll probably do a lot of good for a lot of coaches in our business.
Yeah. Kermit, thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll gladly have you on anytime.
Thank you, Casey. Appreciate you having me on, buddy.
All right. Thanks, man.